As we pass through Baker, California, we see the giant thermometer. From then on, we travel for miles and miles through a wasteland of mostly nothing. We do pass this area for dispersed camping. This is a map with most of the things that we see while we're here circled. We jump up to climb up the hills before it even looks like much of anything. We climb pretty high up. We see some pretty interesting view, but even back where we parked, the mountains look colorful. We then discover we're right next to Zabriskie Point and walk up to see the real views. Colors here are amazing. This is the view of the mountains that we see as we walk back to the car from Zabriskie's Point. Closest thing to a sunset that we get in Death Valley. Of course, it's cloudy the whole time we're here. Campground at Stovepipe Wells. It's not glamorous, but it gets us to a nice point inside the park. Mesquite Sand Dunes is right next to Stovepipe Wells, so we hop over there first thing in the morning to explore. Believe it or not, the sand here collects water like a sponge and allows the creosote bushes to flourish, and the bushes in turn hold together the soil so that animals have places to burrow. And you can see on the right evidence of animals near the creosote bush. So with the Fiat only having 4 inches of clearance, we drive down a dirt road to get to the Marble Canyon hike. Pictures just outside the Marble Canyon. Although the walls may not look it, this is in fact marble. At times when the sun peeks through, you do see how colorful it is down here. Mike tries a panorama trick that he learned in Antelope Canyon. And on our way back out of Marble Canyon, we see a little bug that is lifted the way I wish the Fiat was right now. It's a misty day when we head to Badwater Basin. Badwater Basin is a saltwater flat. It is 282 feet below sea level and therefore collects water that comes down from the surrounding mountains. And as that water evaporates, the salts are left behind. The arrow shows where the sign for sea level is. Next, we head to Devil's Golf Course, which is formed by crystallized salts. We didn't hang out here, but apparently you can hear the salt crystals expand and contract if you hang out. Then we head to the Artist Palette to do the drive-through there and see more amazing color. The minerals deposited here are iron, aluminum, magnesium, and titanium. The colored minerals are red hematite and green fluorite. The minerals were spread 5 million years ago by volcanic eruptions. Another cloudy morning as we leave Stovepipe Wells for Ubehebe Crater. It's almost an hour's drive out to Ubehebe Crater from Stovepipe Wells. Unlike Meteor Crater in Arizona, with this crater you can get up close and personal. Not that it's always recommended, but we did, and you can hike around it if you choose to. The distinctive smell of the creosote bush is even more pronounced with the mist. It's still misty when we leave Ubehebe and head to the Keen Wonder Mine, known as King of the Desert. The mine was discovered in 1904 and produced over $1 million in gold from 1904 to 1917. While we're at the mine, there's a weird shelf of cloud over our head. Here you can see the blue of the sky beyond the shelf of cloud. Come out here, we took our car with only 4 inches of clearance down the sketchiest dirt road. Harmony Borax Works was one of Death Valley's first borax operations. It operated from 1883 to 1888. Borax, also referred to as white gold, was the most profitable mineral mined from this area. This is the wagon that was pulled by a 20-mule team with a load weighing 36 tons, including 1,200 gallons of drinking water. The rear wagon wheels were 7 feet high. These are known as the Mustard Hills out near what remains of the borax mine. On our way back to camp, we stop at Devil's Cornfield. The plants in Devil's Cornfield are actually arrowweed, which was used by Native Americans for arrows, thatch for their housing, and was used also medicinally. The next morning, we have breakfast at the restaurant at Stovepipe Wells before we leave and check out all the posters of all the movies that were made in Death Valley. Views around Stovepipe Wells before we leave. The view of Mesquite sand dunes from the Stovepipe Wells campground. On our way out of the park, we stop at Rhyolite, which is an abandoned mining town. A train depot. There were 4 banks in Rhyolite. The Cook Bank was the biggest building with modern conveniences, but only stayed open for 2 years because of some banking problems. It's kind of creepy finding a stove abandoned. The Overbury Building was the largest building in Rhyolite and housed numerous businesses. Porter Brothers store was the big place in town to go to shop from 1906 until it closed in 1910 due to an economic downturn. This is what's left of the Adobe Dance Hall. It resided on 2 lots that were bought for $1 each. There are 2 entrances to the mine here, one lower and one up higher. The Rhyolite Jail was built in 1907. No one knows what the purpose of the miner's cabin was anymore. Mona Bell, a working girl from the red light district, was shot and killed on January 3rd, 1908 by her boyfriend and could not be buried in the cemetery. We leave Rhyolite to head to Las Vegas for New Year's.